So now that we've learned all about measures of center and spreads and different types of graphs, how do we know how to select the appropriate display for our information? When we select an appropriate display, we need to know that data can be displayed in many different ways. It's just that sometimes a graph is more suited for the type of information you want to emphasize. So the first one we're going to talk about is a bar graph. That is one that shows the number of items in a specific category. So a line graph shows change over a period of time. A dot plot shows how many times each number occurs in the data. A frequency table I can't write and talk at the same time. Shows the number of times each data value appears. A histogram shows the frequency of the data divided into the equal parts, and a percent bar graph shows the relative frequency of each category in a single bar. So those are all the types of graphs and representations that we've been talking about. So let's see which would be the best one to choose. So this question says, which display allows you to see how artwork tickets prices have changed since 2007? So here's our key phrase right here. Change. This is over a time span. So it's over time. So we're looking at a change over time. So in that case, this would be the best one. It is a line graph, and a line graph shows change over time. This is a dot plot, and the dot plots are best to show how many times each number occurs in the data. So if we're looking for change over time, we want the line graph. Number 2 asks us, what type of display would you use to show the results of a survey of students' favorite brands of shoes? So when it's talking about the display, it's saying what type of graph, how would you represent the data? And the data is going to show the students' favorite brands of shoes, so of tennis shoes. So you're going to think there's going to be more than one brand. So a way you can answer that is to say, since the data would list the number of students that chose each brand or category, the data that would best be displayed in a bar graph. So if you look at the definition of a bar graph says it shows the number of items in a specific category. So say they had 5 different brands of shoes. You could easily see which one was the preferred one among the students. Here's a problem. It says the table shows the scores of each game the Bears softball team, okay, I typed that one wrong, played in one season. Select a type of display to allow you to find the mode. Okay, so what does mode mean? It is the one that's the most. So if you look at your information and what we talked about the different ones, a dot plot is the one that allows you to see how many times each number occurs in the data, and that would give us the mode very visually. So as you're doing your assignment, make sure you're referring back to the types of graph, the types of displays, and what they're best used for. Look for those keywords that are going to help you decide which one you need to be looking for. Like in this one, it was mode. And then that will help, because the data can be made in all these different graphs. It's just which one is the best representation. So you might need to refer back to your notes for everything that we've done in Chapter 10 if you're confused on some of these items, because we've been putting it together slowly but surely to where now we're just saying which one is the best one. All right? Be sure and ask if you have any questions.